Hey everyone, welcome. I am MisterBo and we have the launch trailer for Destiny 2. This is the official final big trailer before Destiny 2 launches in just over 2 weeks. And this trailer gives us a look at a load of brand new stuff. Specifically, it gives us a really good look at the cutscenes and the story in Destiny 2, something that Bungie has been kind of keeping hidden from us. So let's break down this trailer and see what is in it. So to begin with, we get a look of Ghoul here in his ship, who has just taken over the city and captured the Traveler. He is then accompanied with a character who actually got leaked out yesterday in a sort of off-screen shot, and a lot of people had assumed that this guy is the Consul. This is the guy who's above Ghoul, who's sort of telling him what to do. Well, I think it's pretty clear to tell from this cutscene that he is indeed not the Consul, and he's just one of Ghoul's personal bodyguards, sort of a higher up, maybe just below Ghoul in terms of rank. As you can tell from what he says in the trailer, he's saying, you know, people who have fled the city are going to be hunted down. Everyone in the city is already dead. But then we get a really cool shot. Throughout the Destiny 2 Homecoming mission, you're trying to find out where the speaker has gone, and we find out that the speaker has been captured by Ghoul, and we get a nice shot of Ghoul going face to face here with the speaker who has been captured and strung up. You know, a lot of people have been speculating the speaker is going to be sort of maybe the big bad behind everything. Obviously, that was the original plan for Destiny 1, and we don't know how much of that is going to be going forward into Destiny 2. But it is cool to see this really nice shot here of the speaker and Ghoul coming face to face. Hopefully, we see a lot more of the speaker throughout the Destiny 2 campaign. Hopefully, he's not sort of like just killed right at the beginning. Hopefully, we go and rescue him or something bigger happens with him. So then we get to see a lot of shots of things we've already seen before via the Homecoming campaign, as well as other trailers Bungie has released. We get a nice shot here of Zavala, who has sort of retreated after the tower has been attacked, to Titan. Obviously he's a Titan, so he'd go to Titan. It seems there's going to be smaller outposts other than the farm, one on Titan, one on Io, and maybe even one on Nessus. Titan is for Zavala, Io is for Ikora, and then you would assume Nessus is for K6. So then we get a shot of Ghoul's ship hanging over the European dead zone. You can see the shard of the Traveler, which is going to be giving us our light back in the background. It's just a really cool shot we haven't seen before. Moving on, we get clips of things we've seen before: the civilians in the tower, the Guardians walking through the plaza in the tower, and a nice first-person shot of him reloading a shotgun. Then we get a closer look of some of the armor that we've kind of already seen through the beta. However, this time, instead of looking all nice and shiny and sparkly, this stuff looks completely worn down and destroyed. So hopefully either we get 2 sets of armors, we get a nice new set and a nice old set, or maybe there's some sort of shader or mod that gives armor this appearance, because I think this stuff looks really cool when it's been sort of used and worn. Now we get a shot of another cinematic cutscene here of Hawthorne, Cade 6, a Warlock and a Titan who have their helmets on. Now these two people could either be Zavala and Ikora Ray. They don't seem to have the same sort of armor as those two, so I'm not too sure, though we haven't ever seen those guys with their helmets on, so it could be them. It is a pre-rendered cutscene, so I would assume if it's not those, it's just 2 other Guardians. More than likely it's not going to be our Guardians here, but we do get a closer shot of them in a minute, so we'll take a look at them there and see if they are indeed Ikora or Zavala. Now, as I previously mentioned, this is Hawthorne. She is going to be sort of the main go-to NPC at the farm. It is cool to see she's going to be going out on missions with us with Cade 6. She's not just going to be one of those NPCs who stays in the social space. She's going to be coming out and fighting with us, like we've seen with Zavala in the first Homecoming mission. And then we get a really cool shot of Cade 6 with a chicken. Shout back to that IGN video of the farm. And moving on, we get a shot of another cutscene. This time Zavala is in the middle, and on the right we have a Warlock who doesn't seem to be wearing the same armor as Ikora Ray, and on the left we have a Titan again. So I'm not entirely sure who these people are. Again, they could be NPCs we're going to be meeting during the campaign and they'll pop up in some of these cutscenes, or they might be our Guardians. But again, these cinematics look pre-rendered, so it means that they probably wouldn't be our Guardians, so it'll be interesting to find out who these people are. I will say though, the Warlock armor on the right, the blue armor and that helmet looks really cool, kind of has a throwback to the Vault of Glass armor set, so it'd be cool to see if we can get these armor sets for ourselves. We then get a really cool cinematic shot of Zavala literally going up to a Cabal soldier, hitting him and just taking his gun out of his hands and then shooting it. That is then followed by Ikora Ray, who is zooming along what looks like the last city on a Sparrow. This could be at the end of the Homecoming mission when everything has been destroyed and you need to get out of there. You hop on Sparrows and then zoom over to the European Dead Zone, because we'll see in a minute there's a shot of a load of Sparrows zooming over into the European Dead Zone, so maybe that is how we get there. We get a nice cinematic shot of Ikora Ray using her shotgun whilst on a Sparrow. Now, She does this in the cutscene. More than likely though, we aren't going to be able to do this in game, which is a shame, but it would be nice to have seen. Yet we have more Ikora Rei. This time she's in the farm and she has a horse behind her. Does this confirm we're going to be seeing horses in the farm? We'll just have to wait and see on that. And then this is the shot I was talking about. 3 Guardians on their Sparrows in the European Dead Zone. We have seen a lot of Sparrow use in the European Dead Zone in some of the previous trailers. So maybe that is indeed how we get to the European Dead Zone from the last city and the tower. We haven't really worked out how that happens. In Edge magazine they say you sort of wake up in the European Dead Zone. But that doesn't really make sense unless you're maybe on some sort of Cabal ship and it crashes. We could see that. We'll just have to wait and see until we actually play the campaign to find out how we get to the European Dead Zone. Now this is the most awesome shot in this trailer. This shot here, if you played Destiny 1, should remind you of the Vault of Glass entrance. It's got a striking resemblance. Obviously this isn't the Vault of Glass. It looks like this is going to be that location we've seen a lot of on IO, that sort of cave system that has a lot of puzzles and spinning lasers and jumping platforms to go on. Possibly it is going to be a brand new strike that we go on. We see at the end of this trailer what looks to be a strike boss, which could indeed be the strike boss for this strike. Because we've seen some of the clips of the raid and it doesn't look to be like it's on IO, it looks to be some sort of Cabal structure, so I'm assuming this is going to be a new strike or maybe some sort of late campaign mission. We get a really nice shot of some new armor here. We have a Warlock and a Titan. That Titan helmet looks really cool, so does the Warlock. But as you can see, the Warlock helmet looks like it's maybe got a shader on it because it's got a sort of carbon fiber effect. So maybe shaders will have kind of textures to them, giving us different materials we can apply it to our armor. That would be really cool to see. I paused it here because we get a shot of a mission in the Destiny 2 campaign. It looks like we're going to be boarding a Cabal ship that is up in orbit, close to some sort of sun, maybe Phobos. We know the Cabal are centered around that area, so that will be an exciting mission to go on. We get a clip here which really reminds me of the old Halo 3 campaign days. We see a Guardian in an interceptor zooming along in some sort of Cabal structure, maybe a Cabal ship, maybe going to destroy this generator. Really gives me the feel of the last Halo 3 campaign mission, so hopefully we see some missions like that in the Destiny 2 campaign because those were always really fun to play. And then that kind of wraps it up for this trailer. We get 2 clips at the end. We get this shot of 2 Guardians who are tiny compared to this Hobgoblin who is just massive. I reckon this is going to be either a Lost Sector boss or it's going to be a strike boss for that strike we saw on IO, the one that looks like the Vault of Glass. Hopefully he doesn't do what normal Hobgoblins do, and that is when you shoot them, go into a little ball, crouch down, and you just can't attack them. But it is crazy to see that we're going to be seeing bosses that are this big, so hopefully there's a really cool encounter when we face him. And then the final cool shot is of the farm. We can see the Vanguard and Hawthorne here crowded around a table in the farm. This is probably going to be the sort of new Vanguard table that we had in the tower, however this time in the farm. Maybe later during the campaign they all return back to the farm because we do know they spread out to different planets like we saw earlier with Zavala at Titan. So there you have it, that is the official Destiny 2 launch trailer. A lot of really cool stuff in here, a really good look at some of the CGI cutscenes we're going to be seeing in the campaign. This campaign looks like a massive improvement from what we saw in Destiny 1, and it gets me even more excited to play the campaign because I was a little bit unsure. We haven't really seen too much of it until now, and I'm glad they've kind of kept it a bit hidden from us. So let me know what you guys think of this trailer. Let me know what you guys think of these cutscenes. Did they get you even more excited for the Destiny 2 campaign? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give the like button a big old hug, subscribe for more Destiny 2 content and coverage, and boop that bell button to be notified when I upload videos in the future. We're going to have a lot of stuff in the next 2 weeks leading up to Destiny 2, and of course, when Destiny 2 comes out, there's going to be non-stop guides and content for Destiny 2, keeping you up to date with everything in the game. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.